Welcome everyone to Suspense Travel. I got a cool path here leading up to the summit, which I'll be taking shortly. We'll get into the topics a bit more in a sec once we get further into the park across the highway. But mostly what I wanted to talk about today is my plans coming up. What I want these first 30 days to be like. All the preparation, all the mishaps, all the uncertainties of traveling during COVID right now. Especially the visa one, flights, travel preparations, what I have to wrap up, what I have to set up. And that includes the ESL certifications, travel gear. Oh yeah, getting rid of my car, storing my things, and then finally just getting over to Thailand. I've decided to do the Lifestyle Launch Academy through Location Indie, which is a 3-month academy, 3-month process of handling that transition, setting up goals, having accountability from my from people who have either done it before or are doing it, and then one-on-one coaching with some veterans in the field. They've started their own businesses, they've traveled, they've done it all. So yeah, let's get across the highway and we'll continue on up the trail to Mount Tom. Locked gate. Looks like we go this way. Have to take the long way around. Looks like the road here is completely shut down to cars, so that's great news for me. So we're just gonna keep walking around this circle until we get to the mountain. I'm guessing they just converted this road to a trail to get to the top. Got some interesting chalk art and graffiti here. Most of it's looks like high schoolers doing their thing. So as of yesterday, I booked my ticket to Bangkok, Thailand, which makes it very real. Today is a real kind of day. Very inspiring, very scary, and even more confusing during COVID. The purpose of this next 30 days, hopefully 2 months of transition, will be to kind of explain that process. You know, what it's like to fly into a country right now, especially a country like Thailand. As a country, are transitioning into a live with COVID policy. Just kind of what we have here in the US, but they depend on tourism a lot more than other countries as well. So I understand where they're coming from. I want to break down that process. There's a whole lot of hoops to jump through with COVID, and just getting into the country is a feat in itself right now. But like I mentioned in the last video, they are transitioning and opening up a few more cities to the world. The notable ones are Chiang Mai and Bangkok, two very big tourist destinations, and that's what I'm taking advantage of, as I still plan to get a job there. I need to come over on a tourist visa, and luckily they're still pretty lenient, from what I hear, on letting the tourist visa thing kind of slide. Mainly, I have to prove, with Thailand, I have to prove that I have a continuation of travel. so that I either have a plane ticket booked out before the end of the visa, or in Thailand's case, a bus ticket, boat ticket. Anything leaving the country works for them, from what I understand. Get a nice little view of this. I think it's a reserved area. You see that cool stuff over there. So yeah, over the next 30 days, I'm going to be explaining which parts of the process I'm on, what's hanging me up, and how I am solving these issues. I'm just happy to buy the ticket, knowing that I can fully refund it, and that I bought it on with points through credit card purchases, sign-up bonuses, and that whole realm of things, fun things. I can get a full refund on even those points. So that's very reassuring and gives me the confidence to book the ticket ahead of time, before getting my visa figured out. As of the 27th of September 2021, Thailand is moving to an e-visa process, so you no longer have to mail in your visa application, which will save a whole heck of a lot of headache getting it to the embassy and getting it back, so on and so forth. So that's the date I'm waiting for right now before I continue on in the process. All right, well, let's continue up and around. The next segment will focus on the Location Launch Academy through Location Indie. Private property. Crap. Well, looks like we're not going to the top. It's the big difference between the east and the west right there, if I do say so myself. In the west, that would probably be BLM or federal land that has access for everyone. But we can't make it everywhere here. Run into private property too often. So I guess this is a reserve, but not all-encompassing. There's a few parts that are private property. So we're gonna detour and go down this trail here. Yeah, as I was saying, Location Launch Academy. Location Launch Academy. I talked to Trav today from Location Indie. Very cool guy. Him and Jason run the program there. That's a cool little business, getting entrepreneurs and travelers off their feet. So yeah, he was having a chat with me and everyone that he thought would be interested in the Location Launch Academy, from Camp Indie, which I participated in last weekend, which is really fun. Highly recommend it. So I haven't quite pulled the trigger on that yet, but I'm sitting on it. It's always an issue of, investment. Is it worth the investment in myself for the payoff in the end? But this is what I want to do. I'm going to travel full time. It's never going to be a good time to do it. And I have the income right now, or I have the cash saved up at least. And I bought the ticket already. So it'd be a very, very opportune time to do that. You have masterminds who are one-on-one coaching, mastermind programs, things of that nature where you can, really, apologies with the camera angles here, but where you can really dive in and be held accountable for, which is definitely my biggest weakness, is having too many interests and getting myself into trouble that way, with jumping back and forth between things getting good at a lot of things, but not mastering one specific area. So if I was to do this program, it would be a 3-month program. During my transition into Thailand, where I will be also building that consistency, looking for a job abroad, and navigating travel during COVID. So it's all very overwhelming at times, and that's what I'm having the biggest doubts about right now. But after having a conference with people who have already done that and lived that lifestyle and have achieved it, I am confident I can do it. There's a lot of opportunity right now, especially once COVID comes to a more stable period. Once we have control of it worldwide, this stuff's gonna explode. So going now and being at the early adopters phase, I think, is very valuable as well. But it comes with its own set of challenges. But yeah, I'm confident I can tackle those. I've been preparing for quite a while, so I probably have about a year to figure it out before funds start running low. And I am very good at finding jobs to sustain myself with in whatever field, honestly. So yeah, I'm not concerned. Looking forward to the future. I have support if I decide to do this program in Location Indie. And yeah, it's really exciting. And I can't wait. Alright, we're gonna end it here. This lake I just honestly stumbled upon. I kind of saw it on the map, but I just ran into it abruptly. There's a heron, I believe. Very cool bird. Alright. I think tomorrow we're going to tackle some logistics online. And you're going to watch me struggle with with screen capturing. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more content here on Suspense Travel. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Gotta get used to saying that too. And have a great day, afternoon, evening, and good night. One more thing. If you are interested in long-term travel in Thailand coming up this year or next year, please subscribe, because I will be covering all the mishaps, all the troubleshooting, and all the fun to be had. And you can see if I fail or not before making the plunge. So yeah, stay tuned.